Hello pen peoples, it's JK Pens with the next in our series of inexpensive Demonstrator fountain pens. What we have here is an actual, unlike a few videos ago, an actual Wing Sung. Here it says Wing Sung 3008. So this pen bears a bit of resemblance to a TWSBI 580AL, but it also has some design differences. One thing I immediately noticed upon acquiring this pen is that the piston knob is just wibbly-wobbly, and I don't know if there's supposed to be a way to lock it that I'm not understanding, but it concerns me because look how easy it is to extend it. I could totally imagine causing this pen to burp in my bag or my pocket, so that already has me a little concerned. These pens are extremely inexpensive. I had to buy this one domestically, but you can get them really cheap. It does have, as do our other pistons that we've looked at, this is the LAMY 3059, and this is the Kobe knockoff of a Wing Sung 3009. They all have the clear feed and collectors. What's interesting is this is actually the 3008A, which has a pilot style nib rather than the LAMY style nibs. But what's interesting is that looks like, no, I guess it is a different shaped feed. For a minute there, I was going to say they hadn't changed the feed shape. So I guess the older 3008s had the LAMY style nib, and this now has the pilot style nib. Okay. But we're not really going to do a full review. What I really want to do is just say, like, do I think this makes a good demonstrator for ink? So let's test. It's going to hold about the same volume of ink as the other pens, probably about 2 mil. I've got a sample here of KWZ Standard Honey, another ink that I've wanted to get in a pen, but haven't had oh, I guess I should. Okay. How do pistons work? Sorry. Okay, despite my efforts to make a mess, I actually succeeded in inking the pen. So you can see we've got, actually let me finish retracting the piston. We've got some of that KWZ honey rolling around in the barrel. It's starting to get into the collectors. And yeah, you can see it real well. Definitely on par with the others. Still very nervous about this. Don't love it. I keep feeling like there ought to be some lock, but if there is, I'm not understanding how to use it. For a pen this cheap, it wouldn't be surprised if there isn't. And then, of course, as I've been saying, none of this matters if the pen is not pleasant to write with. So let's give it a try. So this is dry. Oh, yeah, dry. Wing Sung 3008. This is quite, this is actually more of a fine. The last pen we looked at, the fine felt more like a medium. It's pretty dry. So this is KWZ Standard. By the way, one of the things about the KWZ inks is I think they add vanilla or something to them. They all smell kind of nice when you write with them. I wouldn't call them, the scent doesn't linger or anything. So I don't love this writing experience. It does feel dry. I like the fact that I could probably pop a nib out of a Metro or a Kakuno or a Pilot Explorer or something like that and put it in this pen if I wanted to upgrade it. But then, of course, I've spent a lot of money just for a nib. What we're going to do now is we're going to try what I did with the Kobe knockoff of the Wing Sung 3009. I'm going to try to increase the ink flow by abusing the nib a little bit. I'm just going to push down on it and see if it spreads the tines. Unfortunately, that only helped a little bit. It's still really dry. So, on the other hand, it's not super I don't love the writing experience. It's a little draggy on the page. It is bringing out some of the shading in the honey. I think if the ink flow was a little better, it might bring out more. So yeah, so I have to say, like, if I compare the writing experience with this Lambito, I definitely prefer the writing experience of the Lambito. It's just wetter and juicier and smoother. And then with this one, again, I had to really abuse this nib to get it to write well. I would say these two are, I would say that the Kobe is so far is doing better. So I guess maybe for fairness, I should try to track down a Wing Sung 3008 with a LAMY style nib. and see if I have any better luck. Okay, I'm really pushing those tines now. Okay, that opened it up a little bit. I guess my point is you could tinker with this and you could get it to write probably, but straight out of the package, well, again, the plastic sleeve, not my favorite. I definitely don't like the nib, and I don't like this fiddly piston knob. So unfortunately, I don't think this one is going to end up high in the rankings. All right, thanks, and we'll see you for the next pen.